What's up, my darlings? Welcome in. My name is Millie. This is the Ghost Bride Tarot. I'm here today with a general collective message. Now, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is absolutely timeless. Whenever you come across this, take whatever fits for you and leave the rest. So, as I've been tapping into the collective energy and doing some channeled messages for sign-specific readings, I've come across this overwhelming energy at the moment of people feeling like really, really down, really lonely, really depressed, really isolated, really like even displaced, abandoned, like really intense, strong personal pain is coming through the collective. So if that's where you're at this given point in time, I would stick around for this message, because the way that Spirit's presented this to me, my darlings, it's so beautiful. Yeah, we don't want to discredit where you're at. We absolutely want you to honor, acknowledge, sit in and be in whatever pain or emotions or displacement or discomfort that you're in at this given point in time. However, while you're doing that, we want you to still have, an eye on the horizon. Yeah. And Spirit's saying this really, really beautiful message about, at every given point within your life, in every situation, in every circumstance, there is always support and suppression in the universe. It's a universal law, yeah? Yin and yang, up and down, as within, so without, etc. Night and day, man and woman, all of these things. The way that the universe is working at this given point in time, from what I've been experiencing myself and what Spirit's telling me, is like we're kind of in this vortex, yeah? And this vortex seems to have begun with the Sirius 7-7 portal, and that seems to be like propelling us into the Lionsgate portal. Now, there is this feeling of like discontent or disconnect or like dissatisfaction even within the collective, right? And the way that this has been coming through is like there could be like a myriad of different pressures that are being applied at this point in time. Yeah, take note of what's coming up for you, because Spirit is really okay. Spirit's saying they're showering you something about like continual reoccurrences or like repetition. There's something about this, it's like being repeated. Yeah, so the way that it's presenting is like these things that pop up. Yeah, you have an opportunity to either deal with it, or you can kind of like suppress it. You can push it under the rug. It will then pop up at a later date. There is something here around that I can't quite grab a hold of, so I'm going to move past it. What Spirit's saying to me at this given point in time is like you're right on the precipice of change. And from what I can see, it's like one step that you've got to take to make this big change. Spirit's saying the importance of pleasure and play are really, really highlighted at this time. So if you're really feeling bad or sad or like in all of those really negative, confined, constricted energies that we were seeing before, even finding like a moment to film a video if that's what feels good for you, or play a game of cards with your kids, or, go outside and play handball, anything that feels like fun for you, getting creative, like really honing in on something and being present in that moment, that's going to really help you to like cycle through whatever this energy is. There is this really strong feeling of like learning the art of forgiveness. Yeah, and this is an energy that comes through quite strongly, and it's Spirit saying to me forgiveness is a frequency. And once you can attune and align to that, it becomes much easier to forgive not only yourself but also others. And I've been coming up against this discrepancy, shall we say, wherein I'm finding it quite easy to forgive myself for the past, whereas I'm not really being as forgiving of other people at this point in time. And that's been quite interesting to ponder as that's been coming up for me. So there is something around that perhaps is coming up for you guys at this point in time. And again, like maybe this is a reoccurring cycle. Maybe this is something that's been, Spirit saying, like on your plate before. Like you're familiar with this. Spirit's saying you're familiar with the taste of this. That's what they're actually saying. And I don't really know what that means. All right, so for those of you that are feeling like a lack of support or resources, Spirit's saying at this given point in time, weather the storm. Yeah, you may feel that your surroundings feel limited. If that's you and you're feeling like boxed in, caged in, or something like that, Spirit wants you to really, really like reassess. Yeah, do you have the freedom to walk outside your front door and go for a little walk? If you probably do. If you're watching this and you've got a mobile phone in your hand, you probably have the freedom to like get outside and make some little change for yourself that's going to be really beneficial for your overall well-being, the way that you feel when you lay your head on your pillow at night. There is something around like spending too much time in bed. Who, me? Yeah. We need to like nurture ourselves in a way that's appropriate and balanced. And this balance piece is really coming into play here. I just got 555 on the confirmation timer, and this is bringing me to the point of Spirit saying you're right on the precipice of change. Yeah, there is something that's about to change, and this is like a given. This we can rely on, yeah. At all given times in the universe, things are changing, things are moving. Nothing stays stagnant. It may feel stagnant, but it's actually not, yeah. So Spirit's saying to weather the storm. Some of you that are feeling like aren't feeling that your surroundings are limited. Yeah, some of you may be feeling like you've got too much freedom or too much time on your hands, and then that's creating like this sense of boredom. Spirit's saying again, like this is kind of on you. Like you need to step back, reassess. What do I want to do? What have I got the capabilities of doing? What have I got the freedoms to do? What have I got the blessings to do? Yeah, so there is something around like I wouldn't even say like reframing your mindset, because we don't want you to discredit what you're going through, yeah, but it's almost like adding in this other element, yeah, like we don't want you to push your pain or your discomfort or any of your problems under the rug, yeah, but rather like what can we add to that? Like, is there something that we can add that's like going to put a smile on our face? Spirit's saying the importance of music as well for some of you, like, and I haven't been listening to enough music, so I've been trying to really bring that back into my everyday. Also something about journaling at this point in time is really significant too. So yeah, I'm going to leave that kind of there. There is this really, really strong message about like a plot twist, a pivot point, and the precipice of change being like here on your doorstep, yeah? And I feel like for a lot of us, we can almost feel it, but it's like there may even be some resistance, yeah? So Spirit was telling me about these like opposing forces, yeah? They've been really talking about the opposing forces lately, where that support and suppression, beautiful example of that. But there is something around like, yeah, like you can feel this change coming and you may be resisting it. You may even be like preventing it to some degree. So reassess, realign, feel a sense of gratitude for everything that you've got, because the more that you can like put your head and your and I feel like maybe I won't post this because I'm like stumbling over it, but I will. The more that you can, like, without discrediting what you're going through, yeah, honor your pain, honor your troubles, honor your burdens, honor your challenges, yeah, but then add some elements that are going to be helpful to you to kind of rebalance that. Does that make sense? That feels better. Yeah, there is something around like prioritizing pleasure and play at this point in time, and also trusting in the process, yeah, like really, if you're feeling boxed in and you're feeling this sense of like compression, like, do you have the capability to like bust out of that box? Yeah. And for a lot of you, it does feel like you really do. You're right on the precipice of like making this big change, or this big change will be brought to you. Like the universe has a really good way of like making sure that things happen when they need to happen, is what Spirit's saying. So I'm going to leave that one there for you guys. Keep your eye out for some of these things that I'll add in later, because they're going to be like really good confirmations for you that you're on the right path. Okay, I'm sending you guys lots of love and all that jazz. And yeah, if you want a more in-depth reading, get over to the YouTube, because they don't censor my shit over there like they do here. All right, I love you guys.